Hey everybody, this is Glidercat, and it's time to play. We are back in Captain of Industry. Let's get back to it. We have several issues to get to. Unity is not one of them. We're at our almost at our max. I'm going to turn on an edict just so we're not wasting Unity for no reason. We'll do like some kind of food thing. Let's do the farming boosts again. Maybe just one of these two. And we'll see. Let's do both. We have tons of Unity. All right. And let's get over here and fix our cargo depot. We need to clear out some of these old tanks. I'm curious when we get the new giant tanks. We need Research Lab 3 or better, so that's going to take a little bit of time. So we'll go with the tanks, the newer tanks. In fact, since we know we're going to be ripping all of these out and replacing them with the huge tanks, there's some huge ones that are coming. I'm going to leave these two here, and we're just going to shift the ones we're replacing over by one so they hook up with the terminal. I'm trying to accelerate that is what I really want to do. And these little nuggets are going to have to go. Boom, 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 boom. We want to get this going because our diesel production is now halted until we get this hooked back up. Go with these big ones. Make sure I got the direction right. You. You. And then we'll just... Hopefully I can pipe these in. Even if it looks ugly, I'm going to go with it. Because like I said, we are going to replace these. Okay, it looks like they're happy. This side's not as happy. So we might have to do a wiggle for that one. That'll do. Quick build these. Make sure they're happy with crude oil. Power. How can we possibly have a power situation? Oh, our coal, remember? Our coal. All right, let's turn on our backup diesel generator that we just built. Boom. Fuel station. This guy. Oh, yeah, not the fuel station, the diesel generator. Okay, this guy's going to kick on and give us a good amount of power. Still not quite enough. I might actually unpause these guys too. Let's see if we can solve our coal problems. What's going on, fellas? What seems to be the problem? We have warnings. This guy. Okay, no available designations to be mined. Well, that could be an issue, right? So let's change. Oh, they've got... Their area looks good. We just need to give them more designations. Let's do it. About you burrow out at level 10. There's a lot going on over here. It's probably worth discussing a little. Let's get these guys some mining designations, and we'll chat about this a bit. Okay, level 10, all of that. Boom. They should be back to being happy. We do want to set up storage over near the coal power generators, so we get a little bit more warning before they run out of fuel. So yeah, I'm experimenting over here with using these retaining walls. I don't really know how to use them. My understanding is you put them every 5 layers, they'll hold back stuff. This first wall I put, I think, is actually holding back 6 layers. And it had been failing, and now I'm not seeing any warnings that it's going to fail. So basically, I go down 5 layers, and I put another wall in. Go down 5 layers, put another wall in. And over here, I'm trying to kind of do the same thing. Get a new wall going across this way. I don't think the trucks like to drive over these, which is a bit of a drag. So that's kind of an issue. But that's my project. Trying to get a wall around all this stuff. Starting at... I start installing the walls when we're at 1 above sea level. That's what's going on here. This side I'm letting just kind of fall down. And we'll just see what we can do. Really, we just want to protect the water from coming in. That's kind of my main concern. This land, we don't have anything built here. We don't really care. So let's build some storage, some backup storage for this coal. And I think we're going to want to move this belt going up here over, because we're going to start chewing away at this mountain. There's a ton of coal in here. So we're going to be chewing this back quite a bit. In fact, we may move that belt that climbs up as far over as we can get it. These guys are helping with the terraforming. I suppose... Well, let's get storage in here first. We know we're going to want storage near this coal area. And I'm probably going to have to reroute a little bit of this fuel pipe. But I guess, and we don't have the big storage containers, so we'll just go with what we have, which is the little guys. But we'll set up a good amount and then see if we can't amp up the coal production. In fact, we'll probably reverse this coal belt. So let's do... Wrong key. I want this row to probably end here. So boom, boom, boom. Boom, boom. Which hopefully is enough room for we can get a belt down that way. We'll do just 3 rows of these guys. Eventually this is all going to get ripped out, but it's going to take a while for us to terraform this entire mountain. So I think this is worth doing. It's not a big deal. It'll give us peace of mind once it's filled up. We won't have to worry too much about coal issues. All right, so these guys be able to get by with the cheapy conveyors. You go to you. You are going to go... We'll hook you up later. Let's wait till these all get built. That comes in, and these guys go this way. Going to be trucking off for both coal. Right, that's that guy. Trucking off for both and coal. Your little eyedropper. We can do the belt part. We want to split off of this belt and then do a hop over just like we have over here. So I'm going to have to chew back some of this pipe, fuel pipe. Try to do it maybe where the pillars are. No, it's a bigger section than we need, but that's going to allow me to add pipe back without adding pillars, hopefully. We just want to get some coal off of here into there. Boom. I could... who cares about that pillar? Do this. See if we can get this guy to hop over. No. No. Okay. Gotta do the height. Oh, come on. You could do it. You could do it. Let's match pillars here, and then maybe they'll let me do the hop. I like it. Why do you want to go over that way, fellas? Might have to put a pillar here. Fine. Bink. Yeah. Can't do much about that. The fuel is rerouted. Let's get that quick delivered. And then this will start filling up with coal, and once we're good to go, we'll disconnect this belt and we'll hook up over here and reverse this one and feed these 2 boilers. Okay, the next big problem. Is this guy complaining about water or anything? No. These guys are desperate for coal. The next big problem is making sure we have adequate coal miners. Let's get... let's amp this up a bit. see. I have one extra excavator here. Let's make another. I know we're stuck. We're going to replace these at some point. It's going to be a little while, though. We need the glass, remember? To make these guys, I think, for the vehicle part 2s. So let's get that. I'm going to grab a couple more trucks while we're at it. Maybe even another excavator. Let's get this guy assigned to this coal mining. I think that's coal team 2. I only have 2 excavators. Put 3 on that. Maybe another truck on coal team 2. Truck. About 2 trucks. And then I think might even take one of these excavators off of that terraforming team and put them on coal till we know we're just like really in the clear on this. So coal plateau leveling crew, that's these guys. Let's take steal one of their excavators. They probably only need 3 trucks at this point. And I'm going to put an extra excavator on coal mining team 2. So we'll double up what they're working on. We know we're going to want to move this coal belt and this, whatever that is, fuel pipe way over. Let's do that. And let's say that's going to happen right here. So let's remove any designations that are going to chew that back. So like all of this side. Want to preserve this ramp going up. In fact, I really want to preserve it from collapse too. So let's do that. That'll be our way up and down the mountain. And now we need to move this stuff over. A lot of stuff over, actually. Let's do a new coal supply belt and storage container. So we'll do loose storage kind of nearby. About over here somewhere. Am I going to block the path of excavators? I don't know. Probably not. These are easy to move later. They're not very expensive. So, loose storage. Right there. Bam. Give this guy coal. And we're going to do a new belt. We're going to do a new pipe too, but U-shaped conveyor, I think. Do we want to go with the level 2s? It's a lot more expensive. Don't think we need it. Let's start with 1 and see if we can get by. I have a lot of stuff I want to spend construction part 2s on. Clear this designation. That's all done. Yeah, we'll start with 1. We can always upgrade it. Try to go up. Not going to be too worried about beauty here. We can always move these as we need to. Move sections of it. Like eventually we're going to mine that sand, so this will be in the way. Don't really care right now. If excavators have a problem, we'll wiggle, we'll move. And basically, I just want this coal coming up here. I guess there's no reason you can't hook up to this belt. So that'll be our new coal supply. And we need to get this assigned to all of our coal mining teams. So both of these guys basically need a link to that. So from now on, don't put your coal here anymore. Disconnect that one, connect that one up. We'll do the same thing with these guys. Don't put your coal there. Put it here, it's closer. I think those were the two only ones that were linked up to this one. Yeah, nothing else is linked. No other mind control towers, so this can go by. We probably would, well, we'll see. We may want to speed build this belt. Probably burning through a bunch of diesel right now. Tiny bit of coal coming through here, but not much. What's it going to cost? Rubber, 0 of 71. Oh, I see. Yeah, we have enough supply. There it goes. Then we're free to just, you know, we can go to town chewing away this whole mountain. There's lots of coal. We can just throw excavators. Now, once we get the bigger excavators, oh man, that's going to be awesome. Pipe. Let's reroute this pipe out of the way. They're not going to let me connect until I disconnect a chunk of it, I think, because it's registering that I'm just connecting an existing pipe to itself. Let's fix that. I think I just have to cut off a little nugget here. That'll do. That fuel isn't really critical. It's just doing fuel stations, so I might let that one just build on its own time. We can tear out the old one probably now. Yeah, that's gonna take forever to drain out. Do this all in one shot. We want to go all the way over to here, I guess. Boom. We want to do the same thing with the coal belt, but it looks like there's still some coal moving here. Oh yeah, that was our belt that was going to bring the electronic parts over. We're going to have to get rid of that too, probably, unfortunately. That was a waste of materials. Just about ready to delete the U-shaped conveyor. I'll let this coal make its way through. And then hopefully we'll see some coal coming up this way. Diesel's still looking good at 3.8K. It is down quite a bit from where it was. I think we're good. Yeah, that's all good. Are we getting coal on the new belt yet? This one. Not yet. Where's the coal going, fellas? Let's see, where are you taking it? Coal. Oh, I do have two places that they're supplying coal to. Well, what could we do about that? Should we just have one? And then like route the belt under here. Boy, that was a bad place to put the fuel. That was a bad place to put the fuel station. Yeah, they have two locations. This is feeding this whole mess out this way. Wonder if it would be good to have one. Yeah, I kind of messed up my placement of the fuel station, but I think we can make this work. Let's try one. Just gonna come up there like that. Rid of that guy. Doesn't matter which way I go through here. Whoops. There's a ramp there for a reason. You guys can use it. Coal is the first one. Oh, I got to go around to something like that. Okay. And now let's turn off anybody's connection to this guy doing coal. It would be these guys most likely. So no more coal for you, and same thing for you. Don't drop your coal off. The other ones are the mining team is dropping off rock there and dirt into this guy. And then there's where the coal is, and they shouldn't be hitting anything else besides those. I guess, yeah, I don't think they're going to hit any sand over here, so I don't have them linked to any sand tower. So now all the coal should go into this guy. And I'm fine letting that belt build on its own time. And all the coal going to the power plant. Let's see if the storage array is done. Looks like it is. So let's get this hooked up the way we want. This belt goes. This belt. I think I need to take this part off. Reverse this guy. And then just send this guy through. Whoops, one more thing I gotta speed. Deconstruction paused. There we go. How's that? There's a little bit of coal in there. Boom. Like to see more coal on this belt. There it is. Getting a little bit more. Man, do we need more miners? Are there 4? I thought we have 4 down there. Did somebody get lost? You, 4 of you. Where are you? Refueling or something? Okay, 1. Oop, one of these guys is up here playing with his buddies. I want this team. Oh. Full team 2 is up there. Full team 1 is down here. Okay, yeah, we need to take a miner off of coal team 2. Excavator. Ooh, we can put 2 more on team 1. Looks like one of them just got built. So yeah, we'll send that guy over too. And see if we can't amp this up. If this one hopper can't keep up, then we'll speed up these belts. Upgrade them. But hopefully they can stay on the pure coal. We'll let these guys keep doing their terraforming task. Eventually I need someone to come chip away at this rock too, so we can put more retaining wall in. The idea being that we're going to keep coming across with these and then try to keep the ocean out as we get deeper and deeper. This side, like I said, I don't care. These guys can do that terraforming. And now this is all fair game. Oh, this is that other belt. We're going to have to take this out. Maybe if we deconstruct it ourselves before it collapses, we'll actually get some credit. I'll let it stick out a little bit just in case we decide to make use of that belt later on. But now this crew, this small crew, they are, incidentally, they're the ones that are providing this stone for this land bridge, which just got completed. Awesome, awesome, awesome. All right, let's give these guys More designations over here. Fill designations. That's sweet. Just noticed that. That was recently completed. Let's do some more fill designation for these guys. I'd kind of like to fill in, I guess, that whole area. I mean, obviously, pretty much everything. But if we're going to do a deep iron mine, we need to eliminate the threat of a flood, because I'm told that can happen. Let's give this guy a bunch. Maybe around here. Fill designations. And maybe we can even add another hopper here. Boom. This is stone. Or rock. And this one doesn't have to be assigned. It's just the one at the source has to be assigned. U-shaped conveyor. We do have to put keep empty on this, though. Guess that one can have a keep empty on it, too. As long as truck imports are turned off. Yep. Yep. I don't want them taken from here and then put it in this one. So yeah, that rock is coming mainly from this guy. Let's give him more to work on and maybe even another excavator. And would like to kick things into high gear. Once we get the better trucks, it'll really go faster. Okay, that's these guys. Give you a new area to work. Kind of think you guys can just start leveling all of this. I think that's fair to do. At least down to level 1. We're going to keep going deeper and deeper. That's their new work area. And let's give them a new project. There's going to be a ramp here. We're going to preserve this little path up. All this is fair game. And we'll use this rock for fill. We have some spent designations there. So mining. Flat. This is just down to level 1. Now the main coal miners are a lot deeper than this. Get rid of this. And we'll stay pretty far away from that bridge. I don't want to tempt fate and have that collapse in. I think we're far enough away. Worst case, if this did collapse in and we couldn't get trucks up here, we'd just build another one. Another ramp up there. Cool. When the excavator's down here, we'll probably assign it to that crew. All right, what's next? We've got some other things here. Copper Refinement 2. Oh, look at all these warnings. Let's go through these. Coal Miner 2 has no designations. That's this crew. Let's tackle these one at a time. Edit area. You guys are working kind of up top. Get their designations. Oh, no. You... Okay, he's going to start taking these on. That's fine. Flat, level 1s. Mainly want this opened up so we can, like I said, put more of those retaining walls down. You guys do all that work. think this crew is actually linked to a hopper here that does rock. Let's double check because they can just dump the rock right near where they're at. They are still going to have to cart the dirt over, unfortunately. So you guys are two, mining team 2. Are you hooked up to rock? Rock is that one. The second one, I believe. So let's disconnect them from that. Boom. Yeah, they can just dump their rock over here. Let's give them, make sure there's lots of fill designations nearby. Level 1. Okay. That keeps those guys busy. Okay, who else is crying? Complaining? Limestone crew. They are up this way. Just one excavator and a few trucks. Try to preserve this little bridge. Probably should make another one further over. But you can just keep chopping away. We'll just give you a better designation, I guess. And you should be happy with that. Tree harvester is struggling. Okay, let's give him some trees. Gonna do a little bit at a time. And then when I get that warning, I'm gonna try and get in the habit of selling some rubber. We have a ton of rubber since we're making it from this sulfur. We always have a lot. So I'm trading that for wood just for kind of insurance purposes. So let's go here. We'll just trade a bunch. 40 for 80 wood. Costs a little unity. Our unity is in the negative all of a sudden. Turn off the farming boost. Both of them, I guess. That should put unity back in the positive. I think we can turn off our... Can we turn off our diesel generator, or are we still hurting for coal? Like we're still hurting for coal. It's pretty anemic. Yeah, this belt needs to be full. Although it's looking pretty good. I think we'll be all right in a little bit. We'll check. Not crazy about burning through our diesel so fast. What's next? Lots of people chewing away at coal. We could probably open up their designation too. To start chewing into this mountain. This side... Just not sure what we do, right? So I gotta make sure that the ramp going down doesn't collapse. So I'm guessing this ramp's just gonna kind of go diagonal. And when we hit this back wall, we're gonna turn and kind of stay near the wall. So the ramp doesn't collapse in. So eventually I need a crew to come here and chew this all out. So we can put a layer of another row of retaining walls down at this tier. And then start chewing all this back down to that level. That's kind of what this crew is meant to do. But I'm going to let them do a little more work up where they're at. And then we'll put them back down in the pit. Meanwhile, these guys, mining crew 1, I guess we can let them have fun. Taking this, moving over this way, right? A little bit. In fact, they could take this whole ramp over. Let's wait and see. If I extend the ramp off to that direction, going down, then they're going to have a bunch of dirt, and we're probably going to starve out our coal supply. See where the deposit, how the deposit tracks. Yeah, we'll probably extend this ramp. Oh yeah, they're going to hit sand and everything else. We'll see. Let's leave these guys doing what they're doing for now. Give them a little more, I suppose. Over here, I suppose. Yeah, let's let them do that. All right. Who else complaining? Pickup has no fuel. What's that all about? Might not. Can they still zing on up here? Got a fuel station with a bunch of fuel. I have 3 pickups with no fuel. Supposedly. They don't have anywhere to go. Yes. Just recover these in the interest of time. It's not in the mood to diagnose that at the moment. You two. Bing. Next. Coastal Copper Mine has no available designations. Been chewing a little bit closer. Let's inch our way forward a bit. We'll keep to level 7. Hopefully we won't flood. We're getting pretty darn deep. I do not want to flood. In fact, I can add a little more designation too. What about give this guy a bigger area to work? Not too close to the water yet. I can give these guys the start of a new ramp that's a little further back. If I do the whole ramp at one time, they invariably get themselves trapped below. I'll just do 2 rows down to level 7. And then they can take this 2 down to level 7 too. Alright, that should keep these guys busy. Who else? More problems with fuel. Why would that be? Am I missing something obvious? Tons of fuel here, guys. Tons of fuel. These guys have not been assigned crude oil. It's a little bit annoying. All right. Take it. These guys have. Ship has a little bit for us. There's a ton out at sea to pick up. Let's reduce the speed and save fuel. Interesting, it didn't preserve that setting when I upgraded. Unity's back in the positive. So what is up with these fuel things? Really bizarre, right? Sign of the tree harvester has no fuel. That's a new one for me. Unless this guy's just sucking down all the fuel. Got fuel stations that have fuel. I've got tanks that have fuel. Trucks are allowed to pick up if they want. That is a new issue. Let's see. Pickup cannot deliver wood. There's no valid destination. Oh. Okay. So that's a different, kind of a different problem, right? Than what they're telling me. He just ran out of fuel, I guess, waiting for a place to take wood. So you can always turn off the engine. All right, there's our rubber getting resupplied. We set up this sulfur-based rubber production. It's pretty awesome. It does take fuel, but it doesn't spit out any new pollution. And we get a decent amount of rubber every cycle. Been getting by with just one guy running. We have a bunch of rubber storage over here as well. We have more than it looks like. I'm tempted to route this sulfur that we have. We have tons now. It's accumulating. We're starting to dump more sour water into the ocean as a result, I'm sure. We're probably close. Well, not yet, but we're close to backing up. And once we do, we're going to be throwing some more pollution in the water. And then my positive Unity situation is probably going to go down because we have just been so positive on Unity lately. But I'm thinking of actually taking that sulfur and sending it all the way up the hill here to where we've got our kind of more permanent, long-lasting copper reserves. And then we could make rubber on site. We got the diesel. Diesel and sulfur make rubber. And then I think that sulfur and water we can turn into acid, and it will, if I'm not mistaken, sulfur and something. Yeah, sulfur and water gets us acid, and that helps our copper processing be more efficient as well. So just by sending sulfur up, we get rubber, we get acid, and we could do kind of a better copper production here. And then the downside is we'd have to send back the electronics. Oh, man. So a mega belt just send electronics back into our main area here. Now we're short on electronics. Every time this little copper mine backs up, we run into a problem. It may be something we do next episode is route that sulfur and actually get serious about copper production here and electronics and rubber. We can still let these guys run over here for a while and be a backup and just kind of try and use up the copper we have here, which I don't know how big this deposit is. As we build out the land, we're finding more and more. Like I said, I think last episode, this is all new fill. There were no copper ore designations here before we put this dirt on top of here, this slag. This may actually be pretty big. We can go with it for a while, but I do want to have backup production ready to go when we need it. These guys are still terraforming away. They're just doing some random terraforming. Their rock is going just to fill in this area. Their sand is going in here. Fill up these 4 teeth, 1, 2, 3, 4, with sand. That's going well. What else? Not enough maintenance all of a sudden. That is electronics and copper. So yeah, I think next episode, maybe we'll do that. We just unlocked the copper refinement too. That's our ability to use the acid, I believe. Chemical plant and paper. That's new to me. Let's take a look at that and then we'll call it an episode. Chemical plant's not new. Wood chips plus limestone gets us paper and steam. What do we do with paper? Let's find out. Oops, I just click it and start typing. I need to go in the search box here. Paper. Is this a consumer good? Paper. Paper, how is it used? Oh, it's a new requirement for lab equipment too. We need to do it. It's going to be used for steel. We've got abundant steel. We can't quite do this yet, and it requires assembly electric 2s. But we could be thinking about that also. Kind of want to do the copper first, though. What else? I think we're good. We can check food stores and all that. Yeah, food's amazing, right? We're doing great. In fact, I can upgrade this hopper. And to upgrade him when I see him full. Copper mine. This one's a little dubious, but it is. We're getting by with it. Hyper afraid it's going to flood at some point. But this copper's, it's pumping it out, and it is producing slag for us, and it's allowing us to extend the island out in this area. Eventually, maybe we can flatten this out and put a new cargo depot. What else? Our sand mine's almost done, this initial one. We'll fill that with rock and cover it with dirt, and we'll have buildable land. These guys are doing okay. The main thing we really need, though, is those bigger trucks. But we're just waiting on glass in the tech tree. Let's queue up some more tech tree stuff. We've got vehicle management. That's going to get us more vehicles. Soybean farming. Fuel station 2. I'm not sure what this does. Next tier. Previous provides increased storage and a refueling rate compared to the previous tier. So that's just an incremental improvement. Tree harvest tier 2. I don't think we need that, but I have it just for completion. Research lab 3. Of all the things here, that's probably what we're going to need. Let's get that added to the queue. Compactor, that's new to me. Get rid of this. Presses loose items into compact units for easier transportation. A shredder can be used to restore compacted products back to their uncompacted state. Looks like what? Scrap, recyclables, trash. Yeah, we're not doing much with recyclables yet. We could. Seems unnecessary given all the resources we have on the island, but we could look at doing that at some point. Research Lab 3. Fertilizers are kind of interesting. Let's do those. Let's do the edicts. Let's do the low power generation. We're getting into things that need Research Lab 3, so tell you what, let's not. Let's just do the ones that don't. Yeah, this is 2 or better, so let's... We may not make use of it, but let's just get it queued up. Fermentation. Yeah, all of these are 3 or better, right? You think so? This whole column, I'm just looking here. Naphtha processing. Yeah. Radar bridge. Also contains a better radar area for explorations. Advanced ship bridge. I wonder if that's going to let us go farther. Because right now we're constrained. Or maybe it's the engine. Once fitted, the ship will be able to travel farther. Yeah, we got to wait for the engine. Man, like Research Lab 15 required for that one. All right. That's it for now. We cleared all our warnings except for the maintenance thing. I think once we get resurrect our copper project over here, we can send electronic parks over, and then we won't have much problem with maintenance for a good long time. And then we'll let these guys, we'll continue to let this mine do its thing, but maybe rely a little more heavily on the other one. Quick check on coal. Oh man, that's not encouraging. That is not encouraging at all. We are over capacity on power, but I don't think this is wasting power, right? I think these things shut down when they're not needed. Don't know that I need to shut them down. And these things should be spinning really fast if we had a lot of surplus power generation. So we're going to have to keep an eye on the coal situation, the coal mine. Maybe that little hopper's filling up. Let's check that. This one is. That line's backed up, which is fine. This is the one we don't want backed up, and it's not. Where everybody's delivering their coal. I got a lot of excavators sitting here. We need to add trucks. Let's do that before we go. Coal mine team 1. Boom, boom, boom. Boom. Let's go overkill on trucks for a bit, and then we'll keep an eye on that. Well, I think once this hopper is filled, we'll be fine. If, like I said, if we need to, we can upgrade this belt. But I think if we had a saturated belt coming in here, even when we get copper production going, and that's going to consume a little bit of our coal, it should be plenty to keep these guys going. But we'll keep an eye on it. That's enough of my babbling for this episode. We're doing it. We are doing it. We're terraforming fairly extensively. And everything's looking pretty good except maintenance. But we'll take care of that next episode. For now, this is Glidercat saying thanks so much for watching. Hope you enjoy this series on Captain of Industry. Probably my favorite game in this genre. Hope you enjoy it too. And I'll see you in the next one.